What if you could direct an entire cast of AI actors characters who look exactly the same in every single scene, every single video, across every single project you'll ever make without a camera, without a render farm melting in the corner of your studio, and without spending your weekends fixing a face that morphed between shots? That's not a fantasy anymore. That's a workflow. Here's the reality for anyone serious about AI filmmaking right now. The tools got powerful fast. You can generate cinematic footage that looks like it cost $50,000. But there's been one brutal, career-limiting wall that every pro keeps slamming into character consistency at scale. You build the perfect protagonist, stunning, cinematic, on brand, and then you generate the next scene, and it's a stranger, different bone structure, different eyes, different outfit. Your ad campaign loses its hero, your miniseries loses its lead, your brand loses its face. And when you're producing at scale dozens of scenes, multiple formats, tight client deadlines, that inconsistency doesn't just cost you time, it costs you contracts. It costs you your reputation as the person who can actually deliver. So, in the next minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how the top generative storytellers are solving this, how they lock a single character across an entire cinematic universe, generate both long-form films and viral shorts from one creative brief, and do it with enough processing power to run this like a studio, not a hobby. 3 secrets. And the third one, the systemized production pipeline, is the exact difference between AI creators who stay stuck making one-off clips and the professionals who are quietly building 6-figure content operations. Stay with me all the way through, because that's where the real leverage lives. Let me be direct about who this training is built for, because this is not beginner fluff. This is for you if you're an AI filmmaker producing narrative shorts, cinematic sequences, or full episodic series, and you need your characters to hold their identity across every cut. A professional ad creator or agency building branded campaigns where a consistent spokesperson or mascot has to appear across dozens of ad variations and platforms. A generative storyteller working at scale, someone who's outgrown the free tier tools and needs real processing power, higher generation limits, and access to the best underlying models. A content studio or solo operator who's turning AI video into an actual business where speed, consistency, and volume directly translate into revenue. If you're operating at that level, you already know the free tools, and the toy generators can't keep up. You need horsepower. You need memory. You need a system that treats your character like a registered, reusable asset, not a random roll of the dice every time you hit generate. That's exactly what we're solving today. Here's the roadmap. I'm revealing 3 secrets for producing awesome, long-form, and shorts AI viral videos with truly consistent characters at professional scale. The pro workflow for locking an AI character from a single image and keeping it identical across every scene, every format, every project. The highest performing niches and story formats for consistent character AI with real case studies from filmmakers and ad creators winning right now. How to build a full production pipeline generating long-form and shorts at scale, with the processing power to actually turn this into recurring revenue. Let's get into it, starting with the one that solves the problem that's been holding you back the most. Let's kill the biggest myth in AI filmmaking today. That character consistency requires you to be some kind of seed-hacking, prompt engineering wizard chaining together 100 reference images and praying. For a while, that was the reality. The old approach looked like this: you generate a character, screenshot the frame you liked, feed it back in as a reference, lock a seed number, cross your fingers, and still get a subtly different person in scene 2. Do that across a 30-minute scene film, and you've lost the entire day just to inconsistency. At scale, that math is fatal. Here's the shift that changed everything for pros. AI video agents with persistent creative memory. Instead of describing your character over and over, you define them once as a locked identity and the system remembers. Every generation after that references that same locked asset, same face, same build, same wardrobe, same energy, automatically. Here's the professional workflow. Step by step. Step 1. Anchor your character. Start with a single, high-quality reference. This can be a real photograph, a photorealistic AI-generated human, a stylized 3D cartoon, or a full anime character. One image is enough. That becomes your source of truth. Step 2. Register the character as a persistent asset. This is the game changer. Rather than the AI treating each render as a blank slate, it now treats your character as a fixed, reusable entity with a memory of who they are. The face structure, proportions, and style are locked in. Step 3. Direct scenes, not people. Now you stop prompting appearances and start prompting direction. My character stands on a rain-soaked rooftop at night, backlit by neon. My character delivers a monologue in a sunlit kitchen. The person stays identical, only the world around them changes. That's how directing is supposed to work. Step 4. Add natural performance. The pro-tier engines now handle micro-expressions, natural lip sync, and believable motion, so your consistent character doesn't just look the same, they perform consistently too. That's the layer that separates a slideshow from actual film. Step 5. Reuse across the entire project and beyond. Because the character is a saved asset, they carry across every scene in a video, across every video in a series, and across every campaign you produce. Your protagonist in episode 1 is exactly your protagonist in episode 20. Your brand mascot in ad number 1 is exactly your mascot in ad number 50. Think about what that unlocks. You're no longer generating clips. You're building a cast, a reusable, on-brand cast of digital actors who never age, never cancel, never demand a reshoot, and never show up looking like a different person. But here's the trap I see even talented filmmakers fall into. They master the technical consistency and then aim it at content nobody actually wants to watch. Consistency is the engine. Story is the fuel. So let's talk about exactly where this wins. The most technically impressive AI film in the world is worthless if it dies at 200 views. So let me show you the niches and formats where consistent character AI is actually winning and why. 1. Cinematic miniseries and episodic storytelling. This is the single most powerful use case, and it's where consistency pays the biggest dividends. When your audience recognizes a recurring character across multiple episodes, you stop earning views and start earning fans. They come back for the character. That's the difference between a one-hit video and a subscribed, binging audience. Case study pattern. Faceless narrative channels are running serialized AI dramas, a recurring lead, an evolving story arc, and seeing retention curves that traditional faceless channels can only dream of. The character is the hook that pulls viewers from episode to episode. 2. Branded ad campaigns with a flagship character. This is where ad creators and agencies print money. A single consistent brand character, a spokesperson, a mascot, a recurring face of the product appearing across dozens of ad variations builds instant recognition and trust. You can spin up 50 ad variants for A/B testing, all featuring the identical character, in the time it used to take to shoot one. Case study pattern. Agencies are producing entire campaign libraries, hero ads, retargeting cuts, platform-specific variations from one locked character. Same face across the funnel means compounding brand familiarity, which directly lifts conversion. 3. Faceless educational authority content. Imagine a single, likable AI presenter who hosts every video on your channel. Same face, same voice, same energy. Every time. That's not a video, that's a brand identity. Educators and infomarketers are building entire authority channels around one consistent AI host without ever showing their own face. 4. Viral motivational and storytime shorts. Short form plus a recognizable character is an algorithmic cheat code. A consistent character delivering emotional 30 to 60 seconds punches trains the audience to recognize you instantly in a crowded feed. Recognition is retention, and retention is reach. 5. Fully animated 3D and anime series. Here's where the economics get absurd in your favor. Consistent character AI lets solo creators produce animated series 3D or anime that would traditionally require a studio, a team, and a 5 to 6 figure budget. Now, it's one person, one character library, and a generative pipeline. Notice the pattern across every single one of these. A character the audience recognizes equals a viewer who returns. That recurring familiarity is the asset that compounds into watch time, into subscribers, into brand equity, and into revenue. Inconsistency breaks that loop. Consistency is the business model. So now you know how to lock a character, and you know exactly what to point it at. But here's the question that separates the hobbyists from the professionals. How do you produce all of this at volume, in both formats, without burning out or running out of processing power? That's secret 3, and it's the most important one. Here's the truth. Nobody selling you a one magic prompt course wants to admit. Making one stunning AI video is easy. Making 50 consistent, cinematic, viral-ready videos, long-form and shorts on a reliable production schedule for yourself or for paying clients, that's the entire game. And it's exactly where 95% of creators hit a wall and quit. Because doing this manually, at scale, means re-establishing your character for every new project, fighting to color match and style match across scenes, hand-editing pacing, captions, transitions, and audio on every single clip, reformatting everything twice, once for long-form, once for vertical shorts, and constantly running out of generation credits or processing power right when you're in flow. That's not a creative workflow. That's a bottleneck. And at scale, that bottleneck is the ceiling on your income. The professionals solve this by treating content like a production pipeline, not a pile of one-off tasks. Here's the framework. Step 1. Define your creative system once. Your character, your visual style, your brand tone, your storytelling context, all saved into a persistent creative memory. You do this one time, and every future project inherits it. Step 2. Feed the brief, not the busy work. You provide the idea, the script, or the concept. The engine builds the scenes, holds the character locked, and applies your cinematic style automatically. You're operating as the director, not the render technician. Step 3. Generate both formats from one project. This is critical for scale. From a single creative brief, you produce the long-form piece for depth, authority, and mid-roll monetization, and the shorts cuts for reach and top-of-funnel virality. One input, 2 revenue streams. Step 4. Leverage real processing power. This is where the pro tier is non-negotiable. Extended video lengths, high generation limits, priority processing, and access to the best underlying models mean you can actually produce at volume instead of babysitting a queue. When your credits and compute match your ambition, your output is no longer throttled. Step 5. Repeat and compound. Because your character and style are already saved, every new project takes a fraction of the time of the first. Your pipeline gets faster, not slower. That's the difference between linear effort and compounding leverage. Now let's talk revenue. Because this is a business, not a hobby. Once your pipeline is running, you monetize on multiple fronts simultaneously. Ad revenue from consistent, bingeable long-form content. Client work producing ad campaigns and branded series for businesses at a premium. Series and IP building. Recognizable characters and franchises you own. Volume, because shorts feed the top of your funnel while long-form deepens the relationship and monetizes it. When output consistency meets character consistency, you don't just make videos, you build a content machine that pays you back every single day. That's the professional model. So, let me ask you something. Honestly, would you rather keep doing all of this the hard way, spending countless hours re-establishing characters, manually fixing inconsistencies, editing every clip by hand, reformatting everything twice, and constantly fighting against generation limits and processing bottlenecks that cap how much you can actually produce? Or would you rather have a single, powerful tool that remembers your character, holds your style locked, gives you the processing horsepower to produce at studio scale, and does the heavy lifting for you so you can operate as the director and focus purely on the creative vision and the revenue? If you pick the second option, the professional's option, then let me show you exactly what makes it possible. I want to introduce you to InVideo V4 and specifically its flagship feature, Agent 1. Agent 1 is not another basic text-to-video toy. It's a fully customizable AI video agent that you build and train around your creative vision. You define your character, your style, and your storytelling context once, and Agent 1 remembers all of it, across every generation, for as long as you use it. For a professional working at scale, that persistent creative memory is everything. It means genuinely consistent characters, consistent style, and consistent cinematic quality automatically across your entire body of work. It's like having a tireless, expert film crew that never forgets who your character is, never breaks continuity, and never slows down. And on the Pro tier, it's backed by the processing power. This actually requires extended video lengths, high generation volumes, priority rendering, and access to a deep library of the best generative models available, including the latest video and audio engines. That's the horsepower that turns Agent 1 from a creative tool into a genuine production studio. Bottom line, it's going to help you produce viral long-form films and shorts with perfectly consistent characters at professional scale, without a camera, without a crew, and without the manual grind that's been capping your output starting today. Here's everything you unlock inside InVideo V4 with Agent 1 at the Pro level. Agent 1, your custom AI video agent, trained on your character, style, and creative context for consistent output on every project. Persistent, consistent character engine lock, a photorealistic human, 3D cartoon, or anime character from a single image and reuse them across unlimited scenes, series, and campaigns with natural expressions and lip sync. Access to 200+ generative models including the latest video and audio engines like Cdance 2.0 and Veo 3.1, so you're always creating with the best available quality. Extended long-form generation produce longer, cinematic videos with the processing power to match professional projects. Automatic long-form plus shorts production generate both formats from a single creative brief. AI voiceovers and multi-language support natural, cinematic narration across dozens of voices and languages. Massive stock media and template library for unlimited creative flexibility. Priority processing and high generation limits. The horsepower to actually produce at scale. And when you take action today, you'll also unlock the viral story framework, the exact hook-driven structure top AI filmmakers use for high-retention, long-form, and shorts. The Pro Niche and Case Study Vault, the highest-performing, most monetizable niches for consistent character content. With real breakdowns, add it all up, and you're looking at a total value of well over $10,000 plus. Now, Based on everything you're getting here, a fully custom AI video agent, a persistent, consistent character engine, access to 200 plus of the best generative models, extended long-form generation, dual format production, priority processing power, and the bonuses you would genuinely expect an investment of at least $10,000 to build a production capability like this. If you tried to assemble this yourself, hiring editors, licensing multiple AI tools, paying for compute, you'd blow past that number in a single quarter. But joining today, it's not going to be anywhere near $10,000. To unlock InVideo V4 with the Pro-tier Agent 1 capabilities, the processing power, the model access, and the extended generation, this professional workflow demands you can get started for as little as $170 per month. That's a rounding error against a single client campaign, one brand deal, or one video that breaks out. Click the link below right now to start building your consistent character production pipeline with InVideo V4 and Agent 1 today. And here's what makes this a genuinely smart, risk-free decision. If you don't get value from it for any reason, you can cancel at any time. There's no long-term contract locking you in. You're in full control. The way I see it, this doesn't really cost you anything because the content you'll produce, the clients you'll serve, and the audiences you'll build can earn back your investment many times over, fast. This is a completely risk-free investment in your own capability as a professional creator. You have nothing to lose and an entire production studio to gain. Let me answer the questions I know pros are asking. Can I use this from anywhere in the world? Yes. InVideo V4 and Agent 1 are fully cloud-based. No expensive local hardware, no render farm, all the processing power lives in the cloud. All you need is a browser and an internet connection. Do I need advanced editing or AI experience? No. Agent 1 is designed to handle the technical complexity so you can operate at the level of a director. If you have the creative vision, the tool handles the execution. Can I really produce both long-form and shorts from one project? Absolutely. Dual format production is built in. You create the long-form piece for depth and monetization, then repurpose it into shorts for reach from the same creative brief. I produce at high volume, will the processing power keep up? That's exactly what the Pro tier is built for. Extended generation, priority processing, and high generation limits mean your output isn't throttled. This is the plan designed for creators operating at scale. If AI video tools become common, will this still work? Yes, and this is the mindset shift that matters. The winners won't be the ones using AI. Everyone will have AI. The winners will be the ones telling the best, most consistent stories with it, building recognizable characters and franchises. Consistency and creative direction are the durable competitive edge, and that's exactly what this gives you. How fast can I start producing? You can generate your first consistent character video within the hour. Building a monetizable body of work comes down to your consistency of output, and this pipeline makes that dramatically easier than ever before. So, let's think about this, the way a professional thinks about it. Would this be worth it if it landed you just one client campaign, one brand deal, or one series that breaks out and builds a real audience? Obviously, yes, a single result at this level pays for the entire year many times over. Will it give you the character consistency, the dual format production, and the processing power to actually operate at scale? Yes. Is it risk-free? With the freedom to cancel anytime? Yes. This is one of those rare decisions where the logic is airtight. The only real question is where you want to be 12 months from now. Do you want to be watching other creators build studios, land the clients, and franchise their characters with AI, or do you want to be the professional they're studying? The tools have finally caught up to the ambition. The consistency problem is solved. The processing power is available. All that's left is for you to press start. Click the link below. Unlock InVideo V4 with Agent 1, and let's build your consistent character production pipeline today. I'll see you on the inside.